Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my channel. In this video, we want to talk about the autumn statement, the mini budget that's just happened and what impact that is going to have on homeowners and pretty much anyone in the UK. Now, there's a lot to unpack in this video. So while you're here, before we jump into this, make sure, if you haven't done already, you smash subscribe and hit the bell notification. We're on the way to 17,000 subscribers now. And help me get some more views on this video by smashing the like button, tickling the like button. Do something to the like button over there. That will really, really help. Make sure it's turned blue. Have you done it? Let's jump in. So Jeremy Hunt had the mini budget today. It's a little less dramatic than Liz Truss's last year. Remember that? That was carnage and the markets really turned badly on that one. This one was pretty long. There was 110 points and a lot of the good stuff that we were hoping for didn't happen, but there's still quite a lot that impacts homeowners and people that invest in property. So the goal of the mini budget, I've got to look down because there's a lot, I can't memorize all of this, just in case you're wondering, what's he doing looking down there, looking at my notes. So their goal with this mini budget is to reduce the debt and reward people that work hard. So what does that mean? Well, one thing that is quite controversial, and you'll either love or you'll hate, is if you're on job seekers allowance and you get to a point, I think it's 18 months, that you haven't got a job, you'll have some sort of work provided for you. And if you don't turn up to that, then you just won't get paid. Now, I know that potentially is going to be something that's quite popular with a lot of people and unpopular. I'd like to know what you feel on that particular one. Do comment below. So here's some things. Universal credit is going up by 6.7% in April. That's good for landlords because if you've got tenants on universal credit, you want them to be able to afford your rent. And so if they can be more comfortable, good. And so I don't have a problem with that one. State pension as well. A lot of pensioners struggle to get by. 8.5% up for pensioners as well, which is good. And this one is also good for landlords as well. National insurance is down from 12% to 10%. So NI from 12% to 10%. New pen, guys. Those of you that follow the pen saga, we get through a lot of these. We've got a new pen today. Now, why is that of any significance to landlords? Well, it means on average that your tenant is going to have £450 extra in their pocket per year. That's good. That's what we want to happen because rents have been going up at staggering rates that people just can't afford them. And so if we can make it a little bit more comfortable, it means you're going to get paid more likely on time, which is good. So we don't want our tenants to be suffering. The living wage, this is interesting as well. I'd like you to comment on this one as well. So the living wage has gone up from £10.42 and it's going up to £11.44. How much did you earn in your first job? Comment below. I'd be very interested to know that. I worked in Burger King in Dorking. I was around 16 when I started. That was my first proper job. And I was on £3 an hour back then. So I'd love to know. And that was in 97, 98, around that sort of period. So yeah, I was on £3 an hour then. Eventually it went up to £3.60. I thought I was rich back then. But that was enough to go to the pub, pound a pint where I was. So it was good times back then. So let me know in the comments, how much did you earn? But the living wage going up is good for everybody really, because people have been hit so hard with inflation, and it is the people at the lower end that get hit hardest. And so a lot of things today, the universal credit, the pension and the living wage going up is helping those people at that end of the market. I see that as a very, very positive thing. So what's more property related? The 95% mortgages, so the mortgage guarantee scheme has been extended. Has been extended. How far has it been extended? It's been extended for 18 months till June 2025. Now, that scheme's not doing particularly great. There are a lack of first-time buyers at the moment, but this scheme helps people. It gives them more confidence, the lenders, to lend to them. And I think as interest rates start to go down, which will be likely to happen in that 18-month period, more people will take advantage of that. House prices are likely to drop as well in that 18-month period. So this is something that could suddenly become a bit more popular. Hasn't really worked so far because house prices have been too high, interest rates have been going up, and there's just been so much uncertainty with inflation and stuff like that. So this mortgage guarantee scheme, I think, is good that it's been extended. Some people will have wanted to use it and got worried that it was going to run out next month. It's not. So that's positive news there. So what else is next? Planning. So this is an interesting one here. A couple of things on planning. One, I think, is very good for investors. You can now take any house and turn it into a two flats, any house into 2 flats under permitted development. You won't need planning permission for that, which is really going to be good for investors that want to do title splits. It's going to make more properties, it's going to make more accommodation, and that is good for any local market, really. So that is a good one. They also spoke about planning, as in it's slow, and there's going to be a fast track planning where you can pay more money to get your planning approved quicker. If they don't meet the deadline, you'll get all of your money back, and that could get some bigger developments through. And that's really what's holding the country back, is we need more houses. So yes, that does favour the bigger developers for sure, but if we get more properties, that's generally what the problem is in the UK. That's why rents are going up. That's why house prices went crazy, because we didn't have enough stock. So that's 2 planning things that I think are quite good. You can turn any house into 2 flats, and bigger projects can pay to fast track. And if they don't get it fast tracked, then they will get their money back. So that's potentially another good thing here. 2 things that were missed out. So inheritance tax and stamp duty. No mention of either of these today, which wasn't good. So inheritance tax, they were talking about taking that from 40% to 20%. And a lot of money that people, it's not many people that actually have to pay inheritance tax. It's around 4% of people that receive an estate. However, a lot of that money is used to fund property purchases and stuff like that. So that does impact the property market. So that just wasn't mentioned at all today. A lot of people don't like inheritance tax, even though they're unlikely to ever have to pay it. But it's an unpopular tax for sure. That could have been mentioned today. It wasn't. Next was stamp duty. And there was this talk about this great thing, in my opinion, called green stamp duty. And that was going to be if you bought a property and it wasn't in great condition energy-wise, and you improved it and you got the energy performance certificate up, you could get a stamp duty rebate or a partial rebate. Now that would have been very good for developers. It would have helped the government hit their green targets, and it would have just been a better way to do things. So you could buy a flat that was a D, put some double glazed windows in there, put some insulation in there. That's better for the tenants, that's better for the environment, and you get the incentive because you get some money back, rather than the way they were looking at doing it was just to blanket force all landlords to improve the properties. That was something being talked about. There was no mention of that today, which means it's unlikely to happen, and it really did sound like a good deal. Another thing was there was potentially talk of a stamp duty holiday. Again, that didn't happen. That could have really helped with house prices, and it probably would have stopped house prices going down much at all next year. Again, that didn't happen. And so that one was missed off as well. They talked about inflation. They feel inflation is going to hit 2.8% next year, which is much better than we're at, but it's still high. Remember, if you owe debt and you've got mortgages, higher inflation isn't necessarily so bad for you. The debt is eroding faster. The economy is unlikely to grow much as well. So they're staying 0.6 this year and 0.7 next year. So overall, not the most exciting mini budget. It's not a disaster like last year's mini budget. Liz Truss's was horrendous. The markets really reacted badly. No one's really fussed with this. It's a bit of a meh thing. I think for housing and property, what we've got to look at here is making people have a little bit more money in their pocket is good. That means rents are going to be more affordable. Affordability for mortgages is going to be improved by that. The mortgage guarantee scheme, not really working yet, but I think as the market has prices go down, as interest rates drop, as affordability goes up with this, that could start kicking in potentially. I think the only real win, if I'm honest, is the planning. So as an investor, I'll be looking for some properties where I can maybe take a house into 2 flats without planning permission. That could be a little win temporarily and short term. Those sort of property deals will probably have a lot of developers fighting over them, so they could sell at a decent price. Let me know your thoughts on this. What do you feel the government did today? Good, bad, ugly? Let me know in the comments below. Do smash the like button if you haven't. Share this video with some other people. Hopefully my voice will be slightly better tomorrow. I've been ill for a week, hence you saw some replay videos in the last week, but I'm back and hopefully we'll get some more content out this week. That's it from me. Do check out some other content on my channel. Why don't you go and watch this video right here?